Hi, good evening. I think you are all so happy, and this session is also most interesting session to you, I feel, because writing a poem is a delightful experience. Always if you want to write a poem in English, it gives us the cherishing joy to feel the highest imagination to create a word and to be deepening into the process of superficially analyzing everything, to write about the features of it, to build upon the factors of it will be wonderful for a writer, because it creates a new experience of presenting his exposure in it. And for the readers, it will be very much amazing how does a writer pick out all the words that he collects from his memory to describe about a new thing, and the picture building images all come to his eyes, and the audiences feel the beautiful experience in reading the poetic exposure of such a writer. Is it so? And now today, children, I would like to take you to one the special writer's poem, the Shakespeare's poem. You all know Shakespeare is one of the special inspirational dramatists in English language. All of his dramas are very much impressive that you might have known. And today I want to give you a piece of his presentation, because he is too famous in writing songs too, that is poems too. The sonnets and also his poems are all very much famous in English. And how can we ever forget the beautiful poem of him, All the World is Stage, from As You Like It. So listen to reading of the complete poem, then you can read silently and get to know what Shakespeare says about the different stages of life, and you can also refer the glossary under it. Even the monologue of presenting it and to sing a song of it can be more helpful to you. You can ask me, ma'am, do we have to sing a song on it? Of course. The creativity is a beautiful experience which has to enhance your involvement, to give a rhythmic beat of it, to the musical beat of your match can compose the special, that is a special poems of you also can be the finest experience, or even this song can be tried for once with me now. Will you just come with me for the trial of singing that is composing the musical beat on it? Yes? Come on. All the world is a street, and all the man and woman my early prayers. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays merry parts. His acts being 7 ages, at first the infant, mulling and puking in the nurse homes, then the whining schoolboy with his sad shell and shining morning face, creeping like a snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress her brow. Then a soldier full of stained boots and bearded like crop, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice in fair round Bollywood, good Captain Line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of vices and modern instances, and so it plays his part, the 6 stage shapes into the linen slipper pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and punch on side, his youthful hose well shaped, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and this big manly voice turning again to a childish treble, pipes and whistles, any sound lost in a fall. This ends this strange, eventful astray in second childishness and mere oblivion. Sun state, sun size, sun state, sun's everything. Oh dear, I think I can listen to the claps of you, because the musical rhythm of the beat of it can be much easily penetrating your mind to read the pronunciation of it and to give you a special stress of modulation or every word to say that again. Okay? All the world is a stage, and all the men and women, all the players, they have their exits and their entrances. And one man in this time plays many parts, these acts being 7 ages. At first the infant, kneeling and pecking in the nurse arms. Then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwilling late to school. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with the awful ballad, made his mistress eyebrow. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths, and bearded like port, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble repetition, even the cannon's mouth, and then the justice, in fair round ballet with good cap and lines, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of white sauce and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th stage shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and falchion on side. His youthful horse, well shaped yet well too wide, for his shrank, and his big manly voice turned again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, this ends the strange eventful history in second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans state, sans eyes, sans taste, and sans everything. Now, you can all come to the world of paraphrasing it. Shakespeare says about the stages of life. Of course, a man has to undergo more stages in his life. The first is an infant stage. Where is he? He is enjoying his life in his nurse arms and mewling like a cat, and he was vomiting on his shoulders. And he feels his mom's world is to be the fantastic world in enjoying the smile of her to wear its smooth weather. But the second stage is the most very painful stage for a child, because the schoolboy stage, because he carries a satchel there, that is a school bag on his shoulders with his, which is the shoulder bag is so painful to him. According to him, it is only the most painful bag to him that really doesn't give him any happiness. Whereas if his mom and dad would take him to a tour, it was so fantastic once upon a time. Now he feels very much tragic to get into the world of the new experiences, to see the teacher with a strict voice to call him, and he feels very much unhappy to express his feelings there. He cries and he weeps a lot, but his mom doesn't even bother it, and she leaves him and goes away. The next stage is a lover stage. A lover, who is a lover? A lover always feels he is a hero. To him is girl lover. The girl lover is only the special person in the world. He always prizes on her, he prizes the beauty of her. He feels her beauty is only the special prediction or the epic to be kept on remembered in his mind, and he feels highly happy to prize her. And without seeing her, he can't even live, because hormonal changes and the finest chemistry on feeling the view of the infatuation is the finest experience to him. And the next stage is the soldier's stage. In this age, he boasts of his ego at everywhere by growing the jealousy on somebody else who really stamps him with a better exposure of the skill, and he himself wants his name to be predicted everywhere as a hero. He wants his name to be specially worshipped by everybody because he has more false ego in him to presents himself to be the strongest person at everywhere by not even knowing the fame and name, or not at all the glowing river to be continued. It all short-lived as vanity, but he doesn't even glow on the part of it well, but he longs for only the name, short-living name and fame to be ever continued. And the next stage is middle age appearance, and the philosopher like that is by growing beard, and even the belly would be very much fat lined, the cholesterol and the central obesity and the triglycerides, everything will be increasing in number, and the lipid profile he may undergo, you can see the more number of the percentage of the record of triglycerides would be so much there because of the central obesity, which is showing him that he always is much interested in non-dieting his food by not at all restricting it to go for even chicken and other enemies. And if he doesn't bother about the physician's advices too. But the next stage is like a pantaloon, he grows shrunk, and his narrowy legs only can be suitable to put on the slippers that are so loose, and his appearance becomes more depleted. And he feels very much oblivion to forget all the people around him and their names and the usual things, and he wants to be alone. He doesn't want to communicate much because in this olden age alone he accepts the truth that this comes as an end, at an end, by sans teeth and sans size and sans teeth and sans everything, because even he cannot discriminate the better choice of the best delicious food to be specially tasted, and he cannot view everything prominently because his sans eyesight, he loses his interest in everything, keeps him that his grave is ready, because the last journey of his eternal view is really really painted by God now only as he accepts. So this poem says about the special truth in the world. The life is only short and it has to be specially tasted with our sweetest experience in not harming anybody. Because if we want to print our professional career as a photographer or as a painter or as a writer or as a every profession we can have the most profundable joy to achieve certain thing. If you are a teacher, the self-print of a dedication can be there to give some wonderful service to the mass, and the doctors, they do much service to the world. How can we be very much ideal with the print of dedication to give our special service to the for the global view and the sociably useful and productive personalities and all we can rise, because education is the primal manifestation of energy in a person. So our job is to kindle the light in a student which is already there. And this stage, the world is also a stage, because every participant in the stage only plays his role for a certain duration, and one drama is there means another dance will be there. And so many participants will come afterwards for the third show, the fourth show, and the 1000th show, and even it will go on in its number. The successful application of everybody should be predicted only with our positive qualities like unity and fruitfulness of cherishing the blossoming garland of our effort in a team spirit to be presented to the feet of the Lord in doing wonderful service to the world, because this stage is also not permanent. Like the participants who act in a stage really want for the audiences to clap for the performance, is it not? If the performance will be good, automatically we clap for their wonderful exposure, whichever do they play on. Like that, God also watches our play, and God also keeps us to be an instrument at everywhere to give our service with our role to be properly played as an instrumental. So let us all wipe off all the negative qualities like jealousy, ill will, and to backbite about others, and to carry informations about somebody, and to keep on develop a poisonous growth of a tree to do some engines to others. These all can be put off, because this fire should not be there in the mind of us. While we plant a tree which is so fruitful to give the seedlings of it to be sprouted to mangoes, it gives us mangoes, okay, because the seed of the mango only can grow as a mango tree. And the man's mind also should have to be grown as a fruitful tree in giving love to everybody. If we plant the seedling of love, it will be sprouted into the universe as universal love to make us happy and to let others happy, because live and let live is only the special property to be enjoyed. And let us not attach ourselves to the benefit of anything, as Lord Krishna says, whatever does happen in the world is only for good. Whichever had happened yesterday was also for good. Whichever will happen tomorrow will also for good. So accept the thing as they are and to try to live in the world so sportively to do something good to the world, because life is, everyone's body is not permanent. The physical, that is beautifully Shakespeare also states this, the stage of us to be realized, the last stage of the old man's stage is very much inevitable to accept it. And death is also is ever permanent, but our soul's actions will never go off, because we could experiment. Art is long and life is short. The greatest scientists and the superhuman personalities and the genius and the very special personalities, very hard working, dedicated professionals have printed their special, remarkable print in the record of the history for their record of glowing experiences to be specially sparked in the mind of every socially useful and productive personality to be glow. For every special personality, actually the world speaks about their glory with a punch of their beautiful immaterialistic value of the social service do they give to the world, because sacrificing their personal immaterialistic joy to be off and to predict their self immaterialistic presence of the dedication can only glow in the life, because the stage is only given by God to do our special service in the world. So let us not even compare ourselves with the ego or with the hallucination of we are only the greatest. No, every one of us are only the instrument to carry the task of the divine principle to give something to the world. So this stage, so for us it will keep us to give our participation to the glowing value of the social responsibilities, and for the useful appeal of the children to glow, or for every particular special people to be benefited. All of us work in the stage, and all of us have to unite ourselves only with the like a karma yogi, we have to attach ourselves only with a professional zeal to enterprise our task to be specially presented for at least let us try our level best to do something for the world to be specially benefited. This is only the remarkable moral view of Shakespeare here, not describing the short-lived appeal of the any immaterialistic things. That is, immaterialist things are ever permanent, because a scientist lives in the memory of everybody, and glowing personalities, every truthful personality lives forever. Superhuman personalities, very hard working people and great leaders, the charming personalities and the political leaders, and even the greatest people and the strongest professionals, and even the hard working special workers live in the mind of everybody. For an example, if a person who is so good in preparing an album, photo album of to another person, he lives in their memory, because whenever do they open the pages of such a photo album, the particular person of the special experts lives in their memory forever. So every profession is to be really worshipped, and we have to appreciate the value of the charmfulness of the professional zeal to be highly appreciated, because all the world is stage and we have our exits and entrance, and let us only specially appreciate the worthiest glow of the healthiest principles to be prolonged in us, because life is short and art is long, and we must, appearances are deceptive, let us not give much importance for this appearance, and the negative qualities, betraying, and that is jealousy, ill will, backbiting, talking ill of somebody, and to talk with jealous about some persons very good defective values can be avoided, and it can be replaced with kindness, love, charismatic energy, and to truth and non-violence, and to upgrade the special involvement of our professional zeal and the positive involvement to pat a person's back and to give them energy, because the energy boosters are very much important. The much of our challenges can speak about our involvement in the field of giving something good, and to cherish its performances with the innovative applications of the special views of training, and to keep on steadily walking on the path to do something better can definitely steady our race to print our involvement to the next generation to glow well, because slow and steady alone wins the race, and the eternal wisdom of God says nothing is permanent in the world, but only the unconditional love is so permanent. Man should never even attach himself with the sake of ego for the task to be glown, but only without any expectations. If he will keep on do his karma like a yogi, and to walk upon his path of his involvement to without any expectations, and the steady non-attachment of him can give him the real seek of the Lord's feet to be permanently available on one day, because death is inevitable. Death is, we have to accept that life is so short, and let us make it so sweet with our permanent way of seeking Lord's feet. With our work is to be worshipped. All the world is a stage, and we are only the stage livers forever. Love is God. Thank you.